Good evening, my name is Nestor De Luna, and today I will be discussing global warming. Here's a short film.
Right now, we're facing a man-made disaster of global scale, our greatest threat in thousands of years, climate change. If we don't take action, the collapse of our civilizations and the extinction of much of the natural world is on the horizon. The world's people have spoken. Their message is clear. Time is running out. The amount of
Did you know that we will be the end of our planet as we know it? Let me tell you why. We'll be discussing global warming, its effects and causes. To begin with, we have to understand what global warming is. Global warming is the ongoing rise of the average temperature of the Earth's climate system. Do you ever notice how as the days go by it gets hotter and hotter? I remember growing up in Laredo, it was always pretty hot because, well, Texas is known to be a hot place. But when the fall or winter came, we still always had a fresh breeze, and it was actually cold during winter. At times, it even snowed. Well, as the time passed by, I noticed changes in the climate. First, it stopped snowing. Then, during the fall, it was barely even fresh. Now it's come to the fact that it is literally sunny and hot during Christmas. Global warming is causing temperatures to drastically rise. A good example is how 2019 was recorded the second warmest year on record. Many people ask, well, alright, what was he saying? Alright, yeah, 2019. 2019 was recorded the second warmest year on record. Many people ask, well, what's causing global warming? How can we stop it? The unfortunate truth is that we are actually doing this to our planet. The way we treat it needs to change. We need to improve on how we handle the planet. The main reason of global warming is carbon dioxide. It's affecting our Earth in a bad way. All the accumulated carbon dioxide comes from our means of transportation and all the energy we use every day. We use so much that we are literally running ourselves out of resources. I think the main reason nobody is motivated to change, to make a change, is because in reality, not many people understand the effect and consequences of global warming. Some examples are, the effects are, Some examples of the effects are how it affects people who live in areas that frequently flood or drought. Another example is how global warming is causing rising sea levels due to all the glaciers melting around the world, which leads to an example that polar bears are now left without habitats. And they are literally starving around the world since they can't go out fishing because they have no ice to rest on. There's only so much swimming a polar bear can do in a day. Because of this, polar bears are literally eating their own cubs, turning into cannibalism because they can't go out fishing. This will eventually lead them being in danger, which can lead them to extinction. Another species gone because of global warming caused by us. Also, global warming is the cause of diseases spreading around so quick, and the reason is because the hotter and wetter a climate is, the faster the mosquitoes can mature and faster the diseases can develop, which leads to them being able to spread it faster. People need to understand these consequences, and once they do, maybe they will be more motivated and change the way they treat our planet. Global warming will really have an effect on the future climate. We may not feel it ourselves, but the future generations will. For example, our kids, our grandkids, they're the ones who will have to deal with the consequences of our mistakes. Do we really want to leave them such an ugly planet? They will have a hard time adapting to harsh weathers and increased precipitations. They wouldn't really be able to have a normal daily routine because of how harsh and unpredictable the weather will be. what type of people would we be if that's all we left for our children and their children? To conclude this, sooner or later, global warming will become more and more noticeable. And by the time people realize that we have done, they will want to fix it, and hopefully it isn't too late. Thank you.